Aranara. Seemingly innocent little plant creatures who have nothing but the best intentions and are extremely peaceful. Or are they? Why do we trust these cabbages so much when there's so much mystery surrounding them? Why are they always smiling? What do they taste like? Why do they hide from humans? Do they plan to overthrow the government of Sumeru? And more importantly, could they overthrow the government of Sumeru? Well, my dear viewer, I will answer this question to the best of my ability and delusions, but first let's get to know them. Who are the Aranara? How did they come to be? Are they a product of evolution? Did they crawl out of hell to hunt you with 11-hour-long quests? Well, once upon a time, Queen Araniani, aka Big Nahida, aka Greater Lord Rukadevata, took a look at the humans living in Sumeru and thought they looked kind of lonely. So together with this magic tree, they created a bunch of seeds from which the Aranara grew from in order to live with humans in harmony. So yeah, in case you didn't know, the Aranara are basically sentient seeds, and once they accumulate enough memories, they turn into trees. But this process takes a very long time. Not as much as the Aranara quest though. And so humans and Aranara live together in peace and harmony, forming bonds with each other, dancing, singing, playing games, shitting on the neighbor's door while blaming the dog, and overall having a very good time in Old Vanarana. But unfortunately, good times don't last. On the day of the cataclysm, forest fires and abyss corruption ravaged the land. Many Aranara fought fiercely against the invaders of the abyss, but they were forced to abandon their old home and made a new home in New Vanarana, with the help of Naravaruna, aka the Traveler's sibling. Unfortunately, ever since the cataclysm, adults are unable to see or remember the Aranara. The only humans who can still see them are children and those who are pure of heart. The only adults we know are pure of heart are Ether, Lumine, Yomama, Rana, and Scaramouche. Well, it's official, Scaramouche is a pure-hearted, innocent baby who did nothing wrong. That's canon, the Aranara said so. The Aranara were originally created to protect the forest and live together with humans, but they can't interact with most adults anymore, so they like spending time with children instead, creating beautiful memories until those children eventually grow up. That's when the Aranara just see them off into adulthood with a hint of sadness as the friend they made slowly forgets all about them. It's such a sad story, isn't it? These little radishes have been wronged so many times, have been hurt, forgotten, and yet they continue being helpful little friends no matter how much hardship they went through. Lies! You're being manipulated. Wake up. The world is not black and white. We have colored TVs now. Sure, they might be helpful here and there and might act nice sometimes, and their stories do make you cry, which makes you emotionally attached to them, but don't let that fool you. When something seems too good to be true, it usually isn't. Like when you see an ad for free Primo Gems, but when you give them your account information in order to get the free Primo Gems, they just steal your account. Fucking liars. Now, you might be wondering why this video is titled the way it is. What could possibly make these cabbages plot against humans? They clearly love them. Do I actually have a reason the Aranara would want to overthrow the government of Sumeru? No, I don't have one. I have several. 1. The Cataclysm. The event that ruined their home and led to the death of many Aranara and their friends was caused by a conflict between gods and humans. Humans were partially responsible for the worst disaster in the history of the Aranara. 2. Deforestation. If you walk around human habitats in Sumeru, you'll quickly realize that basically everything is built out of wood, which comes from trees. The Aranara want to protect the forest and every living being inside of it, so how do you think they feel when humans cut down hundreds of trees in order to build houses, chairs, and toilet paper? Deforestation might not be a problem yet, but it's only going to get worse as time goes on, because the more advanced the civilization becomes, the more wood it requires. The forest will continue to suffer as long as humans are in power. 3. In case you didn't know, the Aranara can communicate with any other kind of plant, so they are basically friends with every single plant in the forest, which makes the deforestation problem even worse. Now, look at this big beautiful tree. I personally really like it. Seems like the people of Sumeru also took a liking to it. So much so that they decided to make it their home by carving into it and hanging out inside of it like a bunch of parasites. Just imagine a bunch of parasites living inside your friend and slowly killing them. What would you think of those parasites?
Okay, but they were specifically created to live together with humans. They would never even think about hurting humans. They love humans.
Oh yeah? Well then explain my last reason. Most Aranara show serious signs of fear and anxiety around humans. If they had such a high opinion of humans, why are they so scared of them? There clearly is some kind of resentment towards humans in the Aranara's minds. As you can see, the Aranara have plenty of reasons to plot against humans, so they cannot be trusted. They have that constant smile on their face for a reason, to hide all the atrocities they are planning to commit. Someone who smiles all the time holds terrible secrets. The way. Probably. Now that we have established their potential reasons and hints of overthrowing the government, could they actually do it? Are they capable of defeating the mighty humans? Well, yes. The Aranara are not as dumb as they seem. They might not understand human concepts very well, but don't let that fool you. They are very intelligent creatures, and on top of that, they also possess powerful abilities. Every Aranara has magical powers, some stronger than others. That power is called Arakalari. Some Aranara's Arakalari are extremely strong. An example would be Ararikan. You see this big chunk of iron? Well, he can just casually lift it and move it around. He could defeat at least a few tens of humans by just dropping heavy things on them. And let's not even mention Arabalika, who is as powerful as the Traveler. Well, at least according to other Aranara. These are just two examples. Humans would not be able to put up a fight against the Aranara with Sumeru's current technology.
Well, if we can't beat them in a straight fight, then we have to outsmart them, with clever plans, coordination, and surprise attacks.
Good idea, Timmy. But I forgot to mention what is in my opinion the most powerful and terrifying ability Aranara have. They can communicate with each other and any other kind of plant at long distances, which means their spying capabilities are unbelievable. As long as there's a plant anywhere near humans, the Aranara will be able to find out everything about them. What they are planning, where they attack, when they rest, where their weaknesses are, when they go to the bathroom, when they cheat on their significant other with your mom, and so on. Unless Sumeru exterminates every single plant in the city, which is an almost impossible task considering they built their whole city around and inside a huge tree. No matter how much military power the humans can achieve, it will mean nothing if the Aranara already know ahead of time what the humans plan to do with their forces. Oh yeah, and they can also teleport, but who cares about such a useless ability, am I right? Hopefully I have convinced you of the threat the Aranara pose and how hopeless the battle against them seems to be. But it's not over, because I found some potential ways of defeating them. The Arakalari has a power source. If we cut that power source, humans might be able to defeat them. That power source is memories. The more memories an Aranara has, the more powerful it becomes. So the way to defeat them is to reduce their memories. By giving them dementia. How? Well, So, after extensive research, I found a way of giving the Aranara dementia. Diabetes, high blood pressure and cholesterol should increase their likelihood of developing dementia, so feeding them whatever Americans are eating should do the job. In case this flawless plan somehow fails, humans could take advantage of the Aranara's biggest fear: fire. Unfortunately, Sumeru doesn't have flamethrowers, so the only way they could weaponize fire is with pyrovisions. The issue is Sumeru only has one pyrovision barrel, which is Dia. Okay, never mind, Sumeru is fucked.